What's up guys, my name is Kevin Murray and today I'll be talking about the topic of should I start investing into the stock market if I have student debt? Personally, I could relate to this. I'm a third year in college and we all have student debt. So my friends I talk to, they're sometimes in tens of thousands of debt or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. I think I took probably the smart route in life for college. And during my high school years, my senior year specifically, I had no clue what I wanted to do in life. No one really gave me a lot of advice or mentoring on what should I do. Should I go to a Big 10 school and go away and have some fun? Or go to a community college, save tens of thousands of dollars just getting my gen eds, getting my associates, and being smart with it because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I took that route. I went to community college in my first year, which is experimenting on different fields that interest me. In my first year, I took a lot of engineering classes and science classes. And really just taking those and experiencing it firsthand, just starting to do more researching on these fields. And I didn't see myself in or science or engineering field. In my second year, after 2 semesters at my community college, I finally realized I really like business a lot, specifically finances, because of investing, personal finance. And it's one of the most important things to have in life, whatever life career you want. And everyone needs to know how to save or budget or being financial literate in general. It's not a lot of schools for my career really just teach you just real life skills about mindsetting or financial literacy in general. And going back to my story, my friends who went to big name schools have a lot of debt and they're just wasting tens of thousands of dollars, quote unquote, having fun. But realize if it's your parents spending that money for you, hard work money that they earned from their job, it might be going down the drain because you don't really know what you want. And another thing I suggest too, if you're in high school and you don't really know what you want to do in life, is go to community college and just get your associates. Or number two, just take a year off. And after taking that year off, go to a community college. I know I'm going to be biased, but it is. You can find what you're really meant to do, what you love and what excites you. High school in general to me was more I went to a high middle class high school in the suburbs, and a lot of people were just bragging what schools they got into and just bragging about that school name, going to the biggest name, most expensive, just having that life. And I was I don't know what I really wanted to do, spend $50K on a school and have fun or just save thousands of dollars. It's just whatever resonates with you. And no one really knows what they want to do in life when they're young. It's really just about experimenting and just taking as much action as possible. I took classes that I thought would excite me but for my career, but I learned that wasn't me. I took classes that I resonate with. And you probably have classes that you love in high school or in college and just keep focusing on those and seeing what skills in those classes could you apply into your real job or in life. And community college save you so much money. I was spending an average of $1,000 a semester for 5 classes, which is kind of crazy, right? And plus scholarship money too. So community college was nothing. My part-time job could pay for that for my 2 years. My dad paid for it, my family helped out with it. It wasn't that much, but it really helped. After going the community college route, I went to a university this semester. I transferred to a 4-year university this semester. And the jump from how much you pay in community college to a 4-year is very significant. Probably 3x or 4x, depending on where you go. And these classes that I took was the same thing I really took at my community college. Same types of teachers and same type of education. It's just more investing in society. And with college debt, if you want to decrease that, go to a 2-year and just save money. No one really cares where you go to college in the long term for jobs. Those people that are bragging about it, they have this a bigger ego on where they went. Going my route, I picked a university that was 20 minutes away and I saved tons of money on room and board and gas. I have home-cooked meals. I saved tens of thousands. I'm repeating this in this video. Going to a community college. Picking a school that's nearby. Both community and for a 4-year. Room and board I don't have to pay thousands of dollars in. And I don't have to pay a lot for transportation and food. And everyone has their own situation, but this is my situation that kind of resonates with me. And after that, the big question in this video, should you start investing in college? And I say yes. And when I say investing into yourself and into the market. If you think about it, and if you have a plan, usually student debt, the rate of it is probably around 4 to 6% interest each year. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. Bad debt, credit card bills, if you don't pay your bills on time, is double, 10, 15 to 20 to 25%. That's how the credit card companies make money. But student debt isn't bad debt. It's good debt. People worry about paying off their school debt after college, but it's really just having a plan and just focusing on that as much as possible to pay that down as quickly as possible. You could do run the numbers. How much do I have to pay right now? How much debt do I have right now? Be specific with it. Don't say I have a lot of debt. Run the numbers and see how much over time you have to pay for your student loan debt. The principal plus the interest, which is really important. And then know the average salary of your job that you're going for. type in on Google whatever you want to go into and then average salary. And you can see different statistics or data points. Is it 50, 60, 70? If you know the average and know how much specifically you want, how can I cut my expenses in half? I could live with my parents for a couple years and start moving out so I don't have to be worrying about that debt. And number 2, in college, you gotta start investing into yourself. What you put in school is not gonna teach you anything about the real world, investing, mindsetting, or what kind of food you should put in your body to be low levels, or look at behind me, reading books that could give you value, podcast, and YouTube. That's how I learned, just from also just journaling too. And if you want to start investing in the market and don't know where to start, just invest into index funds. Return 6 to 8% each and every single year on average. If you think about it, I could invest in index funds. That index funds could pay off my student loan in the long term. The more you start and become aware of what financial literacy at a young age, the more you're going to get set up in life. And really just summing up this video, it's just being aware of what financial literacy is. Going the route of being unconventional, going to a community college and then finishing your last 2-3 years at a 4-year. So your expenses are cut in half. Not worrying about student debt because it's usually low interest. And if you have a plan, budget, and know how much your career is you're gonna start out with, how much money, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it and take those little steps to paying it off. And just really investing into yourself. Invest into books. And just if you want to start investing in the stock market, just invest into indexes like VOO, VOO, or VTI. And it's all about starting now. And there's no excuses for you to start. If it's only a couple hundred or even 1,000 to start investing in the market, that's something. The earlier you start, the more compounding of money is gonna factor in for you in life. The earlier you start investing, making passive income, the more you're going to get set up financially and just retiring early, because you don't want to be working for money for the rest of your life. It's about saving, paying off bad debt first, credit card bills, knowing how much you earn, how much you need to know, how much you have to pay down your student debt of, being specific with that end number, and knowing how much you have to pay for your student debt. Thank you for watching and peace out.